I was a college student that didn't know where to go with life after I graduated high school. COVID kind of put me in a dark place, pretty much.
So my name's Errol Rochester. I have always been a dreamer, someone who saw when the vision was foggy. You know, I've always saw myself as greater, as more.
Started this media company when I was at a technical school, a 2-year. Now I'm at College Charleston, 4-year college, about to graduate.
Who I was before this company is just simply a young kid just chasing greatness in whatever way he saw fit. I would say, especially when I was younger, I've never been in an environment where I truly felt like I belonged. I never quite understood that feeling. I used to think that I was just an outsider, or I used to think that I was just different from everyone.
Like I said, I didn't know where I was going. I'm basically want to shoot an arrow, hope it lands where I want it to land, but if it lands and it's successful, that's where I'm marking my target.
I would say the problem that I was trying to solve in my life is, one, understanding I do have place, I just haven't found it yet. And two, other people are struggling with the same ideal, the same belief, which is partly why, I may have had friction, or I may have had, others that prevented me from building relationships. So I say all that to say, I was trying to find a tribe, I was trying to find placement, trying to find meaning and derive meaning from life.
I want to inspire the youth and help them figure out ways to be successful without them kind of copying my way, because everybody has their own path. I'm not going to tell them what path to make, but I'll give them, choices to become successful in decision making, of course. But
quite honestly, personal trauma, personal pain. I lost someone very near and dear to me, and there was always this feeling of, man, things could have been different had I been in the right position, or had I made the right decisions, and maybe I could have influenced that outcome differently. And now, obviously, having time to reflect, I feel slightly different.
My mentors, I felt inspired. I needed to get up and find a way to do something about it, instead of just sitting there and go down a path where I didn't want to go down.
I would say 1,000,000% reactive, quite honestly. I'm a family man, a father, husband. I love people, man. I genuinely love people. I thrive on seeing others succeed, and my ideal of success is not for me and me alone to succeed, but for me to influence the success of others. And that is purely what this brand is built upon. We want to see other individuals win. We want other individuals to take the leap of faith, to step outside of the comfort zone and see life from the lens that, we see it from.
I'll say it's intentional because I always wanted to be a mentee to somebody. I want to kind of be a guidance to somebody else's life and help somebody else through the vision of my eyes, in a way.
And I think I found that through providing value and genuinely trying to make connections with others, which is partly why, we kind of decided to go on this and build our own media company, Fail Fast. So what almost made this fail early, man, just lack of systems and just inconsistency, I would say. We didn't really have a system in place.
That, and I feel like we're finding out why. Why are we doing this? Who are we doing it for? That's pretty much the two big important.
Yeah. And I would add to that how we're doing it. Like,
how we're doing it, yeah.
These platforms change so much. Having a media company is extremely hard, and that's something that we probably didn't account for 100%. Yeah. How hard this would actually be.
And I feel like we're definitely trying to be perfect. You can't, this process, you just gotta go and execute.
Perfection is the enemy of progress.
Yeah,
that's what we learned through this.
just do it. Just do it. Don't try to think too much and try to be perfect, because it's not going to end well.
Opportunity I'll take. This is where we kind of go into a state that revealed a hidden advantage, right? So, can we think of a time that we had a mistake that was a hidden advantage?
A hidden advantage?
Mm-hmm. I got one. I would say having this ideal, this mindset that we can do it all ourselves, huge underestimation of our time, effort, what was possible. That presented an advantage for us because we're willing to do anything.
Yeah.
We are literally willing to help with editing. We're willing to, create shorts. We're willing to spawn ideas on the marketing and do all these things that we've never done before, right?
And to be completely honest, that's the whole start of entrepreneurship. You have to do everything within the business to be successful. You can't just like, oh, I'll just worry about it another day. I'll let somebody else do it. But when you have those key pieces and you don't do it all alone, then you're leveling up.
Yeah.
The more help you have is going to help you in the long run. And that's with anything. Like, you can't do everything by yourself.
That's true.
So
That's true. We're very good at delegating. We're very good at leveraging people leverage and allowing others to come in and help us, because we're not too prideful. We're not too bashful. We're going to take advice from others.
Yeah.
And we're willing to ask for help. I think that's a huge advantage that we have. That's kind of accelerated us to the point where we are today.
Right.
And we're going to continue to grow because of that. I truly believe that. So the mission of Fail Fast is to encourage others to take calculated risks and to understand that
you will fall right on your butt.
Yeah, it's a
You will
part of the
fail.
game.
Like, you can't, everything ain't gonna just be fairy dust and you fly away. That is not how it works. Like, you find a mistake that puts you on your butt, fix the mistake, you exceed faster.
Yeah.
In a way. But
Yeah, and the message behind Fail Fast is like the power is in failing, but then getting right back up and taking that failure as a lesson, learning and iterating upon it, not ignoring the failure.
Yeah.
Not acknowledging the failure, acknowledging the fact that you did have missteps, but then internalizing that and creating a new game plan, a new strategy.
Fix it.
Yeah, and then going forward quickly and then doing the process all over again, being willing to fail again and get back up until you ultimately succeed.
Right.
Because obviously failure is not what we're pushing. We're pushing the fact that failure doesn't exist. It's a construct. You only fail if you stop.
Right.
Keep going. What problem are you obsessed with solving? I'm so tired of people saying they can't do.
Yep.
I'm genuinely sick when I hear people, especially people that I know personally and love dearly, hear them say, "Oh, that I can't. That's not for me to do. That's somebody else's thing. Like I would never be able to do that." It's a personal attack. I take it personally because it's a mindset shift that has to happen,
right.
and it truly comes from a place of stagnation and fear. And fearing because I failed once before, I'll fail again.
I'll say it. Like, I'm not afraid to state my honesty. Like, that was me. Like, COVID year, I was like, man, there's nothing else for me to even do. Like, what do I do in this situation? All my opportunities are out the door because of this. But
it's funny you mentioned that, because I feel like a big part of this media brand that we've created was partially like our relationship. Like, me and you have always been like older brother, big brother kind of vibe.
Right.
And you've always been like, you know what?
Let's do it.
Like, I can do it. If you can do it, I can do it. And I respect that out of you, because I believe that I don't believe in the concept of smart and dumb. I would think that if you put the effort in, you can get it done. Mm-hmm. And you being someone who's always been just like, yo, if he can do that, I can figure it out. I can do it. It's admirable. So I think that part of me wanting to go on this journey is partially because of you.
Right.
It's because of our relationship.
I always had that like it's not gonna hurt anything just to try.
Yeah.
So I was always that go-getter. Let's see what happens. And if it doesn't happen, not successful, it's okay. Yeah. Move on to the next. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can spark up next. That's always was.
And that we've always been like-minded in. And that's why it was really a no-brainer for us to start Fail Fast.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That was when
we're just doing what we've always done.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah. Okay. Who is this for? Simple. Everyone. Anyone with a breathing pulse.
Right. Not just the youth. I know I say that a lot, but not just the youth.
I take that back. Anyone who wants to help themselves, because we can't help those who don't want to help themselves. This kind of goes against that whole mantra of like, people who don't really see their life happening, they let their life happen to them, and that I can't control, right? But for anyone who's willing and able to get the message, it's for you.
Right.
What values guide how you build?
I'll go off of strategy. You can't just go off of like winging it. Before you wing it, you gotta kind of sit down and make those plannable options in a way before you wing it. You can't just wing it.
Strategy.
Yeah. Yeah, right. So that's a strategy.
When it comes to values, I think being strategic minded is definitely comes first to thought. I would also say being kind, being trustworthy, being honorable, having integrity. Like all these things, I believe, and generally just being a good person, like wanting better for the next man and not just yourself. Like thinking about something greater than just yourself. Those are kind of the values that I stand on, and those are the values that I want to build upon and have this organization built upon.
Right.
If you had to start over with $0, what would you do first? Start with $0. What would you do first?
I would connect with so much people. I would talk to as much people as possible because you hear all the time, network. You got to network. That's what you got to do nowadays. And they're right. Network with people. Network with as much people as possible. You might get opportunities that come your way. It might not be opportunities you want. Those opportunities lead to other things. It's like you go from level 1 to 2 to 5 to 10. You know. So sometimes you can skip a level. That's just how life goes. So that's my take.
Well said. No need for me to even follow up with that. That's
go
perfect. Yeah. What would you avoid? The opposite of networking. I think doing everything yourself, trying to be the solopreneur, worst decision ever. Right. I realized because I originally tried to have a YouTube channel before we did Fail Fast. It was my personal YouTube channel.
Right.
And I realized, wow, this is so much easier when Ross is involved. And then I realized, oh wow, when we got our editor involved, oh wow, we got a videographer. Like things became exponentially easier as opposed to just doing it yourself. So I would say early on, I would avoid trying to do everything myself.
Okay.
I would avoid trying to be so tight knit, so like this is my thing. I wanna hold it tight. No one ever. You don't get to like the next level just trying to
Hold back.
be a solo player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not how the world works. What skill mattered more than you expected?
I say communication. I'm gonna just say that's like one of my flaws. Like, and I'm still working on it, of course, but trying to.
You're doing a good job, I might add.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Trying to communicate things better in a way that they understand or comprehend easier, because that's all part of entrepreneurship. Like, it's not always about you. You kind of have to cater to the person. Like, maybe your communication skills is kind of not up to scale and they don't really understand, and you're getting mad because they're not understanding you because of your poor communication.
Yeah.
So it's all communication ties into a lot of things, but that's one important one. So that's one flaw I'm working on to this day. But yeah,
I would say for me, two things kind of come to mind. One skill is empathy.
Okay.
Empathy, being empathetic. Like I've realized that empathy is not something that kind of is so common. It's not as inherent as I thought. Being able to lead with empathy or treat others empathetically allows you to see things from not just your own scope. And honestly, it helps you be a better negotiator in the fact that you're not negotiating selfishly. Helps you be a better business partner because you're not trying to, get over on the other person. It helps you be a better, it helps you be a better entrepreneur. It's just, you build meaningful relationships, meaningful and lasting relationships when you can empathetically connect with other people.
Right.
Empathy is like something you can't explain. It's like, you feel it. You know when someone's not being empathetic. You know when they're full of crap.
Right.
Honestly, you know what I mean? So it's like, no, that's a skill that I think is very underrated because I feel like I thrive in that category. I feel like I do, and I feel like I've been able to make genuine connections because I can empathetically connect with other people.
Yeah.
And then the other skill, well, call it a skill if you will, but being able to understand that the skills that I have are just enough, right? Like I have skills already that I possess that even though they may not directly bring value to whatever I'm trying to build here, they ultimately do bring value. They bring value in ways that maybe I can't comprehend right now or maybe that aren't so obvious, but maybe I have some peripheral knowledge about or capabilities because I know how to do this one thing, and that peripheral knowledge or capability can directly affect what I'm trying to build here. Mm-hmm. You know, for me, it was tech. It was software engineering. We started the media company. It wasn't really around tech focus when we started.
Right.
It was we kind of had a different spin on things, but then we kind of realized, well, we kind of both do tech.
Right. We have validity. Like,
We
why
have validity. We have credibility in this one space. Why are we trying to do something outside of that?
Right.
Like, we can build a media brand around that.
Right.
And that's kind of where, you know, that's kind of when I realized, okay, wow, the skills I already possess have meaning and they have value. Mm-hmm. You know? What would you break if you stepped away for 30 days?
That's a powerful question.
That is a huge question.
I
I feel like we're not big enough to answer that question almost yet. You know what I mean? Because like
I say consistency.
Yeah, our
That's
consistency
it, pretty much.
Yeah, because these platforms have algorithms that we can't control, right?
Yeah,
and we're not at a stage right now where we're big enough to step away for 30 days and it not affect us, like our growth, right?
Right.
So I mean, but if we were a company of greater size, and I guess what the question is getting at is like, do we have enough leverage or do we have enough, leverage to be able to step away from our business for 30 days and nothing be affected?
Just have a strong
Hopefully.
comeback, I guess.
Hopefully, I mean, I would hope the answer to that would be yes.
Yeah.
Because right now, I mean, I take it back because if you kind of look at what we're doing, we kind of built a system in place where we bulk record. We don't have to physically be back in a location like this until now that we're done with it, and we don't have to do this again until March. So we technically do have a system where we kind of 30 days that's kind of true. We don't have to do anything for 30 days, and other than our normal cadence of meeting with our editor, you know, making sure we do our social media engagements, things like that. That's just an hour in passing. We don't really work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would say I give us a pat on the back for that. We have built a system.
It is a system.
Yeah.
We go. Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
It's a loop.
What's one thing founders should stop doing? I kind of have something angled, but do you want to take it first, or do you want me to go?
Go ahead.
I think something from our experience, what other founders should stop doing if they were in a position like ours, is to stop being so resilient. And what I mean by that is like, just because you can do things the hard way doesn't mean you always should. And I think before we put the systems in place for Fail Fast, it made it actually feel like a media brand as opposed to a YouTube channel that we just would do as a side hustle. It felt like it was so much more work. It just felt like it was a drag, and quite honestly, it led to us being inconsistent and being away for some time. And then we realized, wow, we can create processes, we can create a system around this brand and make things run so much smoother. So I would say stop being so resilient in the fact that you're making things too difficult. You're doing things the harder way. Do things the tried and true way. Build a proper system and stick to it.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. So we good?
I agree.
We good here? We done?
100%. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So again, I'm Errol Rochester, Rowe.
My name is Drew.
And we are Fail Fast. Thank you for your time.